Patients should not have to self-diagnose or see if their pain or their symptoms are severe enough to seek care.
If you feel like you're having an emergency, you need to go seek care. You need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of your health. And that is the most important thing. I'm Dr. Jillian Schmitz. I am the president of the American College of Emergency Physicians. I'm an actively practicing emergency physician in San Antonio, Texas, and I've been practicing for about 17 years now. I do work for the government, and so these are my opinions. They are not the opinion of the federal government, the Army, or the Department of Defense.
My name is Jamie Shoemaker. I'm a practicing emergency physician. I also serve on the board of directors for the American College of Emergency Physicians. I've been practicing for 17 years in northern Indiana.
So the Prudent Layperson standard says that if you're not feeling well, you should be able to seek care wherever you want, regardless of what that diagnosis ends up being.
And patients should not have to self-diagnose or see if their pain or their symptoms are severe enough to seek care.
You could have a headache, and that could be just a migraine headache. It could be a brain tumor. It could be a stroke or a hemorrhage. The patient shouldn't have to know what that means ahead of time. That's our job as physicians to figure that out.
That's why we're there, to take care of you, to ensure that chest pain isn't a heart attack, that headache isn't a stroke.
Many times the insurance companies will have a different perspective and try to cheat the system, and they're actually doing scare tactics to scare patients away from getting care and saying, if you only have this, you don't need to go to the emergency department. We're not going to cover it. But the problem is patients don't know, right, what diagnosis they have. That's the whole reason they're seeking care.
You should be able to go there without hesitation. You should have the confidence to know that you can go and be evaluated.
You have the right that is protected by law to seek medical care for your symptoms. Many emergency conditions are time-sensitive diagnoses where we have a very short time frame to have an intervention that can potentially improve your outcome or even save your life.
Oftentimes we're finding these healthcare insurers are putting language in your healthcare policy states that they're able to deny your claim if they deem it to not be an emergency.
That is absolutely a violation of the law. There may not be an emergency, but you may not know that until after the fact. You can't just go by a number or a billing code to say retrospectively, that didn't need to be here. That wasn't an emergency. You don't know until you've done those tests.
The dirty little secret here is they won't share with us what those diagnosis codes are. So it's like Pandora's box and it's a moving target. And this is a great example of what healthcare insurers are using where they're putting profits over patients. The American College of Emergency Physicians is currently in a lawsuit suing one of the major healthcare insurers for the Prudent Layperson standard.
I believe our primary purpose is to risk stratify patients, to evaluate patients and take care of their acute medical needs. And that includes advocating for them on their health, on their payment, on their ability to access care. If you feel like you're having an emergency, you need to go seek care. You don't need to worry about calling your insurance company, of getting pre-approval, of figuring out what you think is going to be the bill and what's covered and what's not covered. You need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of your health. And that is the most important thing.
One of the best and most rewarding parts of our job, we take all comers. 24/7, 365, regardless of your ability to pay, no discrimination when they come across our threshold. We are there to take care of and stabilize.